COSPLAY World. Here we have the second of 5 updates, and in this update we got quite a big jump. This is the head for the site. In the next parts we're going to be putting together the subsequent little detail bits and all the other little knick-knackery. I think the last one's going to actually be sort of making it look nice, of course, because all this is wonderful, but it's not painted, it's not finished, and icky. But most of it's MDF, medium density fiberboard. A few of these pieces are still articulated, like here, just so I can later fix it to the head however I want. I might just leave it this way, just so there's a little bit of wiggle room, and it lets it be more, dynamic when we're putting it together. And then the head of the tip of the scythe here is also still maneuverable. I think it's good just so it doesn't get damaged during travel. It's in pieces because of course I'm going to have to ship it I think Tuesday. I'm not sure when this video is going to go up. I think we're going to do one a week, one update a week, and then in the narration I'll give you updates. Yes, that's the plan. Alright, so I'm going to transition to a little bit of narration over my footage, let you guys see how it was made in a little more detail. Guys, remember, if you liked this version compared to my friend JAXX's, be sure to leave a like on this video, and also check out his video in the link in the description. Show him some love and support for what he's doing as a brave soul to challenge the mighty knives. But he's a friend of mine, so we're hopefully having some fun doing this. I certainly am. Thanks. I will transition. Hello, COSPLAY World, with a little bit of update on the COSPLAY challenge. Yes, I'm having quite a bit of fun. Here with your second update, let you know what's going on with the construction. Thanks for your support. JAXX actually managed to pull out a sliver of a head so far. He's 10% to my 9.7%. So far he's got that round. We shall see once all 5 are up who stands tall and who falls into stuff. Anyway, you guys can do it. We're having fun here. So, for the construction, it's going to be a base of a lot of wood, some MDF, it's like a resin stuff. This is going to be most of the weight of the prop. I'm going to say 50% of the weight is in the head itself, which is, since it's so far forward, it isn't the center mass, it just messes it up. So, it's a good thing that that central shaft is made of wood and very strong, otherwise the weight would be very unevenly distributed. We also want to make it reasonably strong because I'm assuming that black piece on the top of the main headpiece of the scythe is going to be what rests on the ground most of the time. So I want to make sure that's nice and strong. And it's going to be made out of 1 inch of the MDF, and it's a two layers screwed together. The muzzle of the gun is 1.25 inches, so there's a little bit of space there, but that's made up. It's made up. It's a little tight. It'll be all right. There's a little space between the two pieces, so that 1/4 inch leads to an 1/8 inch spacing on each side, and it makes it snug. It's not a huge deal. Also, as many pieces as I could, I try to get to be out of plastic because it's, for me, a lot easier to cut out because I got, a box cutter can cut out pretty easy, or my saw or my high knife or whatever. But a lot of pieces are going to have to be made of MDF or medium density fiberboard, just for the added strength of it, and I don't want it breaking because it's kind of a chicken and the egg weight scenario here. Like if I make it light, it will make it the whole piece lighter, but if I make it weak, it's where it's going to break. There's lots of places where pieces are only connected by 1 or 2 screws and a little bit of glue and not much surface area touching. So I want to make sure that when I do screw these together, that they are good and strong. Most of them are 1/4 inch. The big plate, the biggest wood plate is made 1/4 inch. The rest of them are made of 1/8 inch. And the actual sharpened tip of the scythe is 1/4 inch as well, just so it gives me that nice edge I can hone and sharpen into like a little blade-like thing. It's not, of course, sharp because it's made of wood, and because I don't want it to be sharp anyway. It doesn't do any good, actually. Towards the tip, I actually make it much wider by thickness, I should say, so it's like full 1/4 inch thick, whereas towards the base of the blade it's, you know, pretty much edge to edge. That's just so that the tip doesn't break off, if that makes any sense. Anyhow, there's some layering there to space it out with that scythe and the hook piece with that, so it reaches kind of the 1 inch thick scenario there. I also want to pivot so I can fold it back for either shipping. I hope that it also being able to be bent back will prevent it from being damaged if it needs to be put down or something somewhere, because those things that really stick out and joint out are what tend to be the big issue. So since it's kind of convenient in the design, I'm going to make it so you can bend it in place. Yay! But a lot of those gray sections on the scythe, the small secondary panels, are made of 1/8 inch MDF, and the problem we're having here with this design is that there's not much surface area to glue to, and there's not a lot of hidden areas where I can put screws. So there's a little bit more overlap in the design, and I'm going to put as many screws as I can in there because we want it to hold together. I'm also gluing in place because sometimes screws, not always the best. We don't want things splintering and stuff, you know. Kind of rough the way that goes. There are some pieces that I didn't glue down, like the piece that attaches to the hook piece at the very tip. The tip is not glued down, but it's not glued down to the hook, so the hook can curve and go back and retract. But it's glued and screwed at its base down towards the middle. Cat, go away! I don't want to pet you. Rah, you're the worst, cat. Rah. There are no bags. No bags now. Cat, you're annoying me. Oh well. The other big issue that I want to talk about is the kind of support piece that runs along the shaft of the gun. That's going to be kind of a pain because I want it in as few pieces possible, but that would be a pain in the butt to put on, say in the middle of con or once they get a hold of it. So I want that permanently attached. That pivots too at the end of the story, and got a plan to get that on because the smaller head of scythe is going to be attached, so it's kind of figuring out a way to get that scythe head attached securely, because it's really going to need more than a little bit of support. Oh well. So that piece is got some screws in it. The red support piece that runs along the shaft, and it wiggles a bit so that there is a little bit of leeway when you're putting it on. And I'm putting, those was one of the scenarios where I had screws in there and I really couldn't hide them because because they need to be there to be strong, and I don't want to bury them too deep in the wood, because the farther in you bury those screws, the less wood there is between, there's less wood to hold it in place and it's weaker. So those decisions where structural integrity comes into play and you don't want to risk it for the sake of prettiness, and I'll paint over it. It'll be okay. It won't be as pretty as some of the other parts, but there will be 2 screws there and they need to be there. I think there's like one other screw visible as well down in another part somewhere. Oh well. I'm just going to say thanks for watching, guys. If you like this update, if you want to see more things like this, please hit the like button. I want to see come back. I want to win the second round. And I will see you in the next update. This is going to be 5. There's going to be 5. So once the 5th one has been up for a week, we'll tally who's gotten the best like to view ratios, and we'll see who has won. Ha! Yes. But thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to check out JAXX's video as well. I'll put the link in the description. I'll see you guys next time. Good times to all.